It was recently announced that the SEC is accusing a former Coinbase employee of illegally trading securities based on insider information, to which Coinbase says, "What securities? We only trade cryptocurrencies. Therefore, you have no power here. Take your pesky laws elsewhere because they do not apply to us." Well, maybe that's not exactly what they said, but we will clear up all of the details in today's video. Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is the Part-Time Economist, and in today's video, I wanted to jump into this dialogue between Coinbase and the SEC that really comes down to what is a security and are cryptocurrency securities. Now, this has far-reaching implications beyond just the existing case. We see XRP and LBC both being involved in lawsuits with the SEC regarding whether or not they are securities. Now, before we get too much into the video, I do have to say this is not by any stretch financial advice. Rather, I'm trying to use this as an educational point of how complex and uncertain cryptocurrency regulation currently is in the United States. So, don't make any kind of investment decisions based off what you hear in this video today, simply for your education and understanding. With that being said, let's jump right into it. What we basically have is the SEC, and for those of you who do not know, the Securities and Exchange Commission is an organization of the United States government that is designed to protect customers when they are investing from fraud, from scams, and as part of that, they require certain things from securities, right? We'll get into that in a minute. But they're saying, hey, Coinbase, some of these things you all are selling are securities. And Coinbase is saying, no way, man. They're cryptocurrencies. We don't know what you're talking about. And this highlights the uncertainty of crypto regulation in the US because cryptocurrencies don't want to be classified as securities. And you might say, what's the big deal? Why does it matter? Well, the big deal is that the Securities and Exchange Commission was established in 1933, given further powers in 1934 to regulate securities. And the issue here is that some of these regulations can be burdensome, right? So if we look at it, in order to sell a security, it's got to be registered with the SEC. You've got to give a description of the properties in business. You've got to give a description of the security, information about the management of the company, and financial statements certified by independent accountants. And these are things that cryptocurrency projects do not want to do. If we look at many cryptocurrencies, they have anonymous founders, and who wants to pay a financial accountant to come in and certify our statements? How can I do a pump and dump if I have to be honest about how much money I have? Well, even if I'm an honest cryptocurrency project, right? Again, the goal here is to discourage scams, to discourage fraud, to make sure the customer knows what they're getting into. And I think we could all agree those are good goals, but cryptocurrencies don't want to do this. And that's not saying they want to be frauds or scams. Even if you're a legitimate, honest cryptocurrency product, you don't want to deal with these regulations. It costs money. It costs time. You've got to hire a compliance department. You've got to do all of these things. So you don't want to be a security. Again, even if you're a completely upright, honest crypto, it's just more costs. It's more compliance. You don't want to deal with it. And on top of that, if you're a company that sells and trades cryptocurrencies, guess what? Securities, they have to be sold by licensed and trained individuals. You can't just have anyone out here selling securities. So again, the companies that trade these cryptocurrencies will fall under additional regulation as well. So that's why you see companies fighting so hard, or companies, I should say, cryptocurrencies, fighting so hard not to be classified as securities. They don't want to deal with all that regulation. So the heart of the matter comes down to who's right. Are cryptocurrencies securities or not? And unfortunately, that gets even more complicated because there is a test used to determine whether or not something is a security. Now, keep in mind, this test was given to us by the Supreme Court back in 1946. Cryptocurrencies did not exist in 1946. The internet did not exist in 1946. Decentralized autonomous organizations did not exist in 1946. So we're using a almost century-old court case to apply it to cryptocurrencies. And again, that's why this misunderstanding comes up, because it's so unclear. But let's do the best we can here. What it says is that in order to be classified as a security, certain conditions have to be met. There's an investment of money. Obviously, that makes sense. If I'm not investing money, there's no security to be sold. There's an expectation of profit. Again, points 1 and 2, I think most people intuitively understand that. There has to be an investment of money, and I have to expect to make a profit. If I donate to my local charity, it's not a security. I know I'm not going to get rich by giving to a local charity. Number 3 and 4 are where things get a little bit more complicated. The investment of money isn't a common enterprise. And even within this, there's a little bit of disagreement, but generally it's interpreted to mean that we're investing in the same thing. We're investing into the same company, to the same project, to the same cryptocurrency. If a cryptocurrency is indeed a security, we are investing a large group of people pooling their money together in a common undertaking. Lastly, any profit comes from the efforts of a promoter or third party. And this is where things get the most complicated, because with cryptocurrency, they are supposed to be decentralized. So is there a centralized third party or not? That's where a lot of this comes down to the disagreement. So if we look at it, what we actually see is that in some cases, the SEC says that cryptocurrencies are not securities. If we look at Bitcoin, former SEC Chair Jay Clayton said that Bitcoin is not a security. Cryptocurrencies are replacements for sovereign currencies. They replace the yen, the dollar, the euro with Bitcoin, and therefore they are not securities, right? Let's think about the Howey test, right? Is the US dollar a security? Well, if I invest in the dollar, am I trying to make a profit? Well, no, I'm using it to buy and sell things. And that's what he's saying here. It's a replacement for a currency. Again, also, if we look at Bitcoin, let's go back to our test here. Any profit comes from the efforts of a promoter or third party. With Bitcoin, there's not really a Bitcoin company. There are people that invest in Bitcoin, but there's thousands and thousands of different miners, and they're all decentralized. There's no one central face of Bitcoin that says we are going to do this, and it will raise the price of Bitcoin. It doesn't really exist. Now, on the flip side, we also see that some cryptocurrencies are classified as securities. Former CFTC, that's the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, I think, chief says that ICO tokens are securities. Now, this is where it gets confusing. We just said Bitcoin wasn't a security, but some cryptocurrencies are. What's the big deal? Well, different cryptocurrencies are implemented differently. If I just create a cryptocurrency and there's no expectation of profit, then maybe it's not a security. On the flip side, an ICO is an initial coin offering. This is where cryptocurrency projects will say, hey, you invest in our cryptocurrency. What we will do, we're going to take that money. We're going to build a website. We're going to get ad sponsorships. We're going to get partnerships. And as our cryptocurrency grows, well, then your investment, your cryptocurrency is going to be worth more, because we're going to take your money from multiple investors. We're going to pool that money together. Sounds like a common enterprise, doesn't it? And then we're going to build all these great and awesome and amazing things, and your investment is going to go up. It sounds a lot like the value is determined by a centralized third party or promoter, doesn't it? So what the SEC is saying is that some cryptocurrencies, depending on how they're implemented, may be securities and some may not. It comes down to the specific cryptocurrency and how it's implemented. And again, the key issue here that I want to point out, a lot of people are saying, oh, the SEC, man, they're just trying to kill crypto. And who knows what their motivations are, right? But what we have to look at are the objective facts. They have a test from 1946 that they're trying to apply to an asset that did not exist. And they have a mandate, right? Their entire reason for existence is to protect the consumers, right? Specifically retail investors from scams, from frauds, right? And I think we would agree that that is a good thing to do. how many cryptocurrency projects have we heard of that were complete scams, right? Things where we wish there would have been protections. So what we want is the SEC to appropriately regulate the things that are in its jurisdiction. And I think that's what we're seeing now play out with some of these cases, XRP, LBC. Who knows where this Coinbase thing goes, but the SEC is trying to say, hey, if these are indeed securities, we need to regulate them. That is our mandate. On the flip side, they're also recognizing that some of these are beyond their scope. So at the end of the day, again, I don't want to be pro any specific cryptocurrency or anti any specific cryptocurrency, but what I do want you to understand is that as it currently stands, there's really no one-size-fits-all approach to this. Different cryptocurrencies, depending on how they're implemented, may be classified as securities. Now, this uncertainty poses a risk both for investors, right? Because as soon as something becomes the I don't want to say target because that sounds bad, the defendant of an SEC lawsuit, that scares investors. They run for the door. If a company is charged with selling securities without being registered, again, could be an issue for them. So the issue here, again, not saying do this or don't do that, but I'm trying to help you understand that it is complex. It is evolving and it is uncertain. And I think that's why you see a lot of people saying, hey, we need to update this. We need to have a clear understanding of how digital assets fall into the regulatory framework. And I think until you see that, that uncertainty is going to remain. I don't think the SEC is trying to wipe out cryptocurrency. I legitimately think they're trying to fulfill their mandate, and they see the scams, they see the fraud that's happening, and they're trying to crack down on that the best they can using almost a century-old framework that they're working with. So, of course, that's just my opinion, not financial advice, but I'd be interested to hear your opinions. Leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.